Hello and welcome to In the Clear, the only show that doesn't have its own parking spot. I'm Tom Stark, and we have a great show for you planned tonight. We have our first international guest. That's exciting. It does remind me I'm not allowed to travel anywhere, though, and to be clear, that's because of the ankle monitor and not the travel restrictions. Then we also have another round of social standards, where I try to fix your annoying personality habits to better suit my own personal needs. Seriously, there's no AA-style group for this. I only get to complain to a camera and watch my camera guy nod in silent agreement while I refuse to pay him anything for his hard work and determination. But enough about me and my problems. Let's get on with the show. Hey, girl.
Hello, my wee darlings, you know what time it is. It's Scottish sing-along time. Well, a Scotsman clad in kilt left a bar one evening fair, and you can tell by how he walked that he drunk more than his share. He stumbled around until he could no longer keep his speed. Well, he stumbled off into the grass to sleep beside the street.
In case you didn't know, that's NatiDreddd, a Scottish TikTok sensation that plays guitar and sings with the accent. That's something we Americans find truly incredible because other than I'm Gonna Be by the Proclaimers, we wonder where everyone's accent goes in songs. Without further ado, everybody give it up for NatiDreddd. Okay, everybody, I'm here with Natalie, also known as NatiDreddd, very popular TikToker. Natalie, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hello, hello.
So we just brought you on. You're very popular. You have what, 600,000 followers right now?
Something like that. I'm scared to look. I get scared every time I look.
No, it's impressive. You have this whole persona you built up with the guitar, and you sing incredibly. Your voice is great. I gotta say, one of the big reasons we brought you on was because we have this weird fixation in America on European and foreign vocalists, and their accent seems to like disappear when they sing, but yours doesn't. Do you know why?
So it did for a very, very long time. There was no accent to speak of when I sang, and I think it's quite a universal thing for singers to sing with an American kind of accent. I don't know where
Hmm.
it started, regardless of where you're from. And that's how I sang, because people used to make fun of me for singing with my accent. And then I sang a Scottish song on TikTok, and people went, I love that you sing in your accent. And they gave me the confidence to not be self-conscious about it. So if it wasn't for TikTok, I would not be doing that. So I have I have everybody to thank for that.
Well, trust me, plenty of us are glad you do it.
Thank you.
I also wanted to ask, do you do anything to your hair, or that's all you?
I try to do things to my hair and it just doesn't listen. Brushing it, for example, doesn't listen. I, if you want the real nitty gritty, I use a diffuser tool with a hairdryer, and then I just put oil in it at the bottom, not the roots, and that's about it. That's about all I can do.
It's one of your most recognizable features. Like immediately the video starts, and I know it's you. It takes no time at all, and it puts you in like the perfect setting. It really goes with the whole persona you built.
The amount of times someone told me I looked like I've stepped out of Outlander or Brave, which I never used to believe, but the amount of people who tell me that on a daily basis now, I'm like, there must be some truth to it.
Yeah, I was going to ask if people ever tell you look like Merida from Brave. That's
Every day, not just on TikTok, in public too. I'll be in shops buying something, and cashiers will compliment my hair. It's always good. I've never had it. Well, I get a couple of people telling me to brush it, and I just kind of defiantly say no.
yeah, you do what you want. It's your hair.
Hmm.
I also wanted to ask, just because of the frequency of your videos, you seem to be incredibly talented on the guitar, and singing and playing together is difficult as is, but you can pick up new songs and melodies
really quickly. How long have you been playing?
I've been playing guitar since I was 11, and I've been singing since before I could speak, according to my parents. But I can't read or write music. Musical notation is a mystery to me. I don't have a good relationship with musical notation. Everything I learn is by ear, so I will just listen over and over and over again and pick it up that way. With piano as well, I just pick it up. And yeah, it's just I enjoy doing it, so it's not really a chore for me to do it, but yeah,
That
it comes naturally.
that's so impressive.
Thank
You
you.
never took lessons, just self-taught and play it by ear?
Yeah, I never had lessons. The only lesson music wise I've ever had was a violin lesson when I was around 8 or 9 years old. And after one lesson, I wanted to put the violin over the teacher's head because she was so mean. So that's it.
Very very honest. I appreciate that.
Yes.
I also see you take suggestions for songs, but you also pick and choose, I wouldn't say originals, but things you personally have a loving for.
Yes,
Uh,
so it started off with me just singing stuff that I like, and then everybody requested stuff. And then some of the time it would be, this wasn't requested, but you need to hear this song because I want to introduce the world to this song.
I like that. It's now that you have a crowd, it's cool that you're still taking requests, but it's also cool that when you put out something that really a piece of you is invested in, everybody gets to see what you're all about more. And I think that's
It's
really nice.
very surprising, especially when I put out stuff that I've written myself. People seem to take to it really well. So yeah, no, it's wonderful. It's really, really sweet of everybody.
I have time for just one more, and I want to do this specifically for you. If there was
Oh,
one video of yours that you could choose, one song that everybody should listen to if they want to know who you are, what do you think they should listen to?
oh gosh, prob- probably probably my cover of Far Side of the World by Tidelines, because that went viral and everybody really enjoyed it. And for a lot of people, that was their first introduction to that band. And then the lead singer of the band saw it and duetted my video, and then we created a whole new version of that song. So Far Side of the World by Tidelines. But just listen to that song anyway because it's brilliant.
You see, that's the kind of answer I was hoping for. That was perfect. Thank you so much for taking the time out again. I've had an awesome time in this interview,
Thank you for
and
taking the time to talk to me.
no problem at all. Okay, have yourself a great day.
You too. See you later.
Bye.
Now on to my favorite segment, as it helps me cope with people's sheer stupidity. Social standards. Consider me your own personal Mr. Miyagi by helping you be less of a buffoon. This time, we're going to be talking about watching a movie with someone else and how you shouldn't be asking a question every 5 minutes. I can't even begin to describe how much it annoys me when I'm watching a movie with a friend and a few minutes in they're asking me, who's this character or why'd they do this thing? You should be paying attention to the movie and maybe you'll find out what happens. I shouldn't have to be spoon feeding you plot details like a baby eating from a fork that's masquerading as a plane. My mother fooled me with that one far too many times growing up. It's one thing if you get up and go to the bathroom because you have a bladder that rivals my friend Mark after a big gulp. But for those of us who function much more like majestic camels striding across the Sahara, you can become pretty aggravating pretty quickly. If you are constantly asking questions through the movie and expecting me to narrate it like a poor man's Morgan Freeman, you'll be disappointed for two reasons. One, my voice is closer to the sound of razor blades on glass than it is to the silky caramel that spills from Morgan's lips. Two, I'm just not going to waste my time doing it while there's a perfectly good movie playing. Pay attention and watch the movie and be like the rest of us who get to experience the joy of finding out new plot details the way the writers, editors, and director wanted the movie to be experienced in the first place. And if you're still confused, here are 3 tips I want to give you. Research the movie after you watch it to find those answers. Sure, you might be the dumb friend in your group that thought Inception was really confusing the first time, but this way you don't have to say that out loud and face the ridicule of your peers. 2. Wait for the movie to come out on a streaming service you have and watch it again. Basically, you're one of those people who reread a paragraph of a book until you understand what a word means, because dictionaries are hard and confusing. Or 3, carry one of those cheap notebooks. Write all the notes of your stupid questions along the way and hand it to me after the movie so you can watch me crinkle it up and throw it out because you asked me at the end of Planet of the Apes, wait, they were on Earth the whole time? Before we close, we wanted to bring up our weekend poll on 2 types of people. In honor of NatiDreddd being on our show this week, we wanted to ask everyone if they use military or US Standard Time on their devices. US Standard is, of course, more of a US thing, but military time seems to be more useful and practical for everyday life. Everyone, that's all the time we have for the day. Thank you so much for all your support. Hit that like button, leave a comment about what you hate that people do during movies, and subscribe to the channel. This was In the Clear, and have a great week.